All right, hello and welcome. We're back to Pandora's box. I had a good time with my first recording and thought, hey, why don't we just give another run, try another scenario. Last time we played against Egypt, we did the set scenario. This time let's try another one. Now, there's Norse over here. I didn't even realize Norse. So if they say that's too difficult, I have two Egyptian scenarios that are technically the right difficulty. I've got a couple over here. So let's have a look. This one has so here's one that is different than what we just played. What we just played in the last time that started with Signs of Civilization, Heretical Village, right? We had to fight against an existing village. This one, the Egyptian faith, would also have a heretical village. So let's try maybe Egyptian faith here, where there is a desolate, so there isn't anything. And if I click into it, then we can see here, Egyptian faith is inherited by the children. Believers have +3 offspring, but their lifespan is -10. So in a way, killing them isn't even that great, but it does mean we can bring in aging. Aging should be insanely effective against that if their lifespans are so short. Magic of Isis. Egyptians believers are immune to all damage from god skills and forces of nature. So again, a reason not to bring in Poseidon, who's all direct damage focused. And they're going to have migrations. So they're going to send a lot of Egyptians at us. And then all dead Egyptians are going to become mummies. So in a way, we don't want to be killing them in combat at all this time. So this is going to feel very different than our last runs. I don't know that we need the declare war ability. We might want it, but I really want aging. I like starting with a village. We don't have to start with a village, but it feels strong. I like starting with 4 level ups. We could have a meteor. We could wither the ground. We could declare war, but let's do that. Before we go in, though, we have 5 points of upgrades here. So we can upgrade aging so that the divine cost is 5 less. Everything else would be the same. If I could upgrade it again, the cooldown would be halved from 60 seconds to 30 seconds. Pretty amazing. But we don't have the points for that just yet, so that's fine. Let's give this a shot. And again, the direct damage won't work, so we should be really focused on creation here. You can see we have a starting settlement up here. Let's go ahead and start. Again, I really like the divine creation. 50% more humans on creation is always great.
Again about my creating
we could refresh here.
She'll grow accustomed.
50% chance for protagonist aura, fine.
In your hands, these little lives bear the pulse
Golden
of order,
rain keeps
not
coming
chaos.
Up. To become devout. I don't know what upon. It's telling me what the Zeus bloodline is doing, but not what the devout bloodline is doing.
Complaining again about my creating
golden baptism, people born under. So this is actually really good for. As much as I could do divine creation, which would give lots of both of these are really good. Basically, it's making the rain seem like the way to focus. The rain is really good. But as always, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create followers in our initial location. We're going to do the rains. We're going to do real rains to make the land fertile, so people are liking that, grouping up together. And then just because it's the start, let's give a quick point to Apollo here.
Obsessed with creating people,
and Daphne's echo can give more. No, let's give Daphne's range. So Daphne's, if you didn't see the last time, it's going to make everyone become very pious, but it's going to give them depression. And this is a way to make these initial non-believers immediately become believers, but they're depressed. But because it's the start and I have so much capacity for faith, I can immediately cure 20 of them of their depression and give them kind of some sunlight happiness. And already we've gotten our first point. You can see it barely peeking out here, and then the second point. So let's keep going with that.
Resurrecting the dead is boring.
Zeus's creation start with an extra bunch of resources. That's going to help the societies grow and become more wealthy. So here we go. Pretty great. Now there is this wheel of time here. So Egyptians are going to be showing up in migrations at one point. While this civilization though is growing, we should think about creating other civilizations. It might be harder to make them pious and believe in us as much as they should. But for now, let's do that. We'll just keep doing some rains nearby, trying to make this land as usable as possible. Even in the desert, there is agave, desert herbs, common herbs, but they need more than agave to get by. So let's keep giving them some rains and turning that desert into, I guess, grassland, and then grassland becomes savanna, savanna becomes tropical rainforest if we just get enough water, and then these trees could be hit for berries and stuff. I'm really going to keep focusing on Zeus for now. Golden Rain have 25 additional chances to get the bloodline, so this rain is incredible. If they get the bloodline, they get a 50% chance of getting the protagonist. If they get the bloodline, they get a 50% chance of becoming a devout follower. They get more people born under the divine reign, which has a chance to acquire the bloodline. I think it was normally a 50% chance, but now we're at 75% chance. So Zeus's bloodline should be very forthcoming. You can see over here, oh great, there's at least 3 women that are not bearing children, so we can that. And I'm just trying to get another civilization kind of started over here. It might start pretty small. And then when the Egyptians come, they're going to infect, in a way, one of my societies. But that's okay. 20% chance for piety, but deformality. No, let's... If I create you in divine creation, you could also get the bloodline. I don't know. Does that count with these? Upon acquiring the Zeus's bloodline? I don't know if they have to be born from the rain. These, upon acquiring the bloodline, may apply to divine creation as well. So we have a civilization of Samos, and so far it is 1 thatched house, and that's totally okay. We have another guy down here, and for now there's nothing for me to mess with. I could give people killing intent. It will run out soon, but at least for now they can be religious about it. They'll see that I've bestowed gifts upon them, some blessings. And this is my bigger pocket of humanity, so I should probably keep coming here. Say they tore down one of their houses to rebuild it in a different spot. Fine by them. But now they're building more and more. Lovely. So Samos is growing, Naxos has grown. Again, the divine reign is stronger than divine creation for me, but I need at least 3 people that can benefit from it. And then they should have many babies. They're going to be pregnant, they're going to be peaceful. That's a social butterfly. Very cool. And then I always like to start with forcing them down the path of wheat field irrigation. Again, just so that they get some kind of food up and sustained. These people have spread all the way up to there. Wow, okay. Well, again, we're going to keep battling the desert. And if I had more Zeus points, I might even start another civilization in another location, just to keep us kind of moving along. Though, honestly, this is another great time. We have 45 points, so we can do another Daphne, which makes the people depressed, and then Apollo. And again, this is going to create lots of faith, which is ultimately how we win the scenario. And we're going to keep upgrading Zeus. Divine Rain can be 20% less. I'm not worrying at all about lightning, like Thunder Fury, because direct damage is not going to be effective against Egyptian followers in this scenario. For now, let's throw some humans down over here. One of them is deformed, right? That's not bad. Yeah, a bunch of them not deformed. Pretty good. And again, like, when the migration comes, they're likely to all go into one of my civilizations. So if I can create a couple different civilizations, allow them to grow, tech up, trade with each other, it should be okay if one of them I begin to neglect, because that one is not believing in my faith as much, right? This is fine. This one's up to 30 people. Wow, 50 over here. Again, I can click on them as well, and you can see there's a housing shortage here, wealth inequality. Some people got their housings early. Some people are extremely poor. Some people are considered living in the city. This house looks even bigger than the rest. But mostly they're just poor and common. If I click over here, they don't actually have a housing crisis. I guess they had more wood, and I didn't spawn as many people on top of them. So they weren't struggling to house people. And we'll do that. And perhaps we need more moisture up here. This is the larger civilization. Again, we're going to keep giving things to Zeus.
But managing them is a challenge.
Yeah,
for
plus
you to
2 in Divine
experience.
Creation. I mean, Divine Creation and Rain are both looking awesome. I'd rather have discounts so I could use the powers more often, but, you know, we're chilling. It's about to be... Is this Ison? Plus 3 offsprings, but their lifespan is minus 10. There are no Egyptians, though, right? I don't think so. So now here. Heal 10 humans in this nation. And that's in Samos. So here, if we can just find 10 believers that are all close enough. I don't want to hit many non-believers. But this looks almost right. We healed 8 people, and the 2 that didn't believe in us got hit for damage. Egyptians of the other faith are coming. Where now we'll drop some more humans over here, give them some rain. We got a lot of deformed people in here. Like half of them were. I know we made the things worse. Now these Egyptians might end up creating their own civilization after all. Usually they join the existing ones. And again, I can't hurt them directly, but they have a lifespan of 14 years instead of like 27. So I'm going to reduce their lifespan by 5. And so, did that work? 11, Elder. 10, Elder. 13, 14. Yeah, like they're all going to be... Yeah, half of them just died from old age. They are not affected by direct damage, but they do take damage from other things. They actually developed the altar without me, which is great. Let's go with the bakery. Again, I'm just trying to get their food situation all good. And now that the healing is ready, we can go back to Samos. And this person's a little injured. So we'll even hit them with the heal. And that gives us a relic, an artifact. Active skill range plus 2. I love this. Heretical events give me a lot of energy back, though. And that's really good. Now, the area of effect... Because I'm not, like, it really helps me with the Apollo, like the Daphne stuff, but everything else I don't need that much of area of effect, maybe the rain. So for now, let's do the 30% divine power back, because I'd really like to have some of that power. So yeah, there's a lot of Egyptians here. If this cooldown was shorter, we would be very happy, but it is not. So instead, we're going to focus looking around, see if there's any good spots for divine rain. There's good spots for creation. What's this? Have 2 offspring with the Zeus's bloodline in Naxos. I'd like to use both of these back to back. So I need 22 power before that's possible. I also would like to instill killing intent. Right now it's not that big a deal that we're giving killing intent. There's no like heretics in this land. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should be giving it to people in here. I'm just worried that they're gonna become Egyptians from proximity. Oh, look at this. 11, 12? All of these people, look at them all dying of old age because I sapped 5 years off their life. And that seems like the perfect counter. If you just read and see like the modifiers for the scenario, seeing that aging is the perfect counter works out pretty well. I wonder if composite wood helps. This is for Naxos. Maybe they'll end up getting like a logging camp, because right now they don't have that much wood available to them. So I don't know if it'll make their wood more efficient, or if it's a waste of time to get like a sawmill because they don't have much wood to work with. What is this? It's a simple workshop. It yields wood, stone, and stuff, bricks, concrete, smelted resources, so it allows them to tech up. Again, Naxos needs to grow people of the bloodline. So that actually created one out the gate. We have a 5% chance to create them immediately, right? And then boom, 3 women are now pregnant. What is... You have depression. I don't remember giving Daphne's thing down here. I guess you guys got depression just the real way. Again, we're leveling up Zeus over and over and over again.
These little lives bear the pulse of order.
I don't want to do this. It's going to make them so deformed. What's this? Humans born from Golden Rain have 40% chance of the bloodline. So does that say now 90%? And there's a bunch of extras. So Golden Rain is incredibly strong for Zeus's bloodline. In fact, it might even make a difference up in here. Up in here. How do I get the most out of this? I get 4 people to be very angry. Love it. And they might do some fighting. Actually, some people saw that and they believed in it. And then again, there's a bunch of Egyptians. They're walking like Egyptians. Let's give them some aging. And like 5 or 6 of them died on the spot. Very good. We can keep going with the rains. These cities are growing decently. What's the next thing? Egyptians are going to have lots of... I guess this is just always in effect. So I don't know what the next heretical event is. Sometimes it tells you, I think. But either way. So these people have an aging population, housing shortage, and wealth inequality. Wealth inequality and housing shortage. Still... kind of favoring this area right now. Guys, some more water. And maybe give you people more citizens. We did get this. Convert 10 people from thieves into Olympian followers. You know, I don't know how strong Daphne's song is on non... There you go. It's really strong at converting. And then we can give them some cured depression. I did not realize how strong Daphne's Echo was as an offensive tool. Followers have 20% chance to clear negative debuffs. If they're sitting on, I don't know, man. If they're sitting on depression, Apollo's Harp is very great. Now, polygamy works if you have an imbalance of women and men. You can get some more pregnancy happening. But I don't know. Zeus's bloodline seal. Trait followers of this religion have a 30% chance of inheriting the trait. I actually, even though this is common rarity, I think this is what we want. Right now we have a tremendous amount of Zeus's bloodline going around. Let's make it more and more likely that it will stay in the population and be propagated through. I wonder if we can click around and find any Zeus bloodline people. Zeus's bloodline, 10 to your lifespan, which is huge. Max health 100. Can we see your? That's like twice as much max health as a basic human. All attributes plus 20. Wow. So out of 100, you're 20 points stronger everywhere. This person's quite hungry. They should probably get some food. And they're pregnant, so they're extra hungry. They're bottomed out. They're taking damage from being hungry. That's not a good sign. Let's put some water over here. But they have a lot of max health to lose because they are a descendant of Zeus. So Naxos wants to have more people descended from Zeus. And they got it from that reign. Unmarried followers are more willing to mate. I think that works out for us. Thieves is still growing. Again, even Thebes, though, if I zoom out and check, Olympians are like a good third of the population. And if I can find opportunities for another good aging drop, I'm only seeing like clusters of 5 or so, right? If ever I see more than 5 in one spot, I'll think about it a little stronger. I mean, they're kind of intermingled as well with my people. And they've spread out a lot. We do have an opportunity here for a summoning of people. I kind of want there to be people around to see it. So maybe we'll come up and give some love up here. And the golden rain. Let's keep the rain on cooldown. I mean, some people are trying to move out over here, so let's give them some rain. And this is for Samos. Again, composite wood, logging rush. I mean, this you need this for the simple workshop. But this requires the simple workshop, so I don't know. Oh no, the simple workshop comes from the first tech. Anyway, whatever. We'll give them some divine guidance. We should push them into getting some temples and shrines up, because that'll make us globally a stronger faith if it's represented more through like big structures. I'm just looking to see. I'm like, what do we get here? Get these 6. Those aren't enough to kill them, but they are 14 out of 15, 15 out of 16, 14 out of 16. I mean, that did a lot. They have a year left to live, basically, is what I just did. Still, this population is quite large. This one is very, like, the biggest, and it's all Olympian, and this one's very good. So at least Egypt has been contained, but they will get a heretical event soon. But we should think about doing more Daphne stuff down here. Again, though, it almost feels like a waste because they live for so short a time. But now that I have followers, maybe it's okay. I should just spawn some Divine Rain and try and take over this land while these ones are healthily growing on their own. We can even speed up the clock here. I need 45 to do my Daphne Oracle of Light combo, and I already have the 22 I need here. But we have a request. 2 forest tiles in Samos. And this is Naxos is going. Let's get them to move towards the small shrine. So you want 2 trees. Let's take a place that's already a little bit fertile. So we're not trying to grow right in the desert, and see if this rain forest tiles. And we made trees, but that doesn't count as forest tiles. You're Samos, right? What is a tile, I wonder? Like, what's the size of a tile? Let's maybe make this desert into more. I mean, this is Dodicious forest, right? It goes from grassland into deciduous. Well, I don't know how to do it. Within 15 days, generate 15 people in Naxos. So yeah, these people are basically going to keep getting a lot of love and attention because they are going to get artifacts if I do so. So we do that. We do the Daphne, and then we cleanse all of that. You don't have to get rid of the depression, but it feels
Epimetheus. Your box is too dark.
An extra light. I don't want direct damage from the arrows.
That's my generous gift.
Generate 15. No, that might count. That might count some of the things I have going on. Oh, also, yeah, I should be making my people in this land very upset and choosing a champion among them. They want me to create forest tiles. I don't know how to do that for them. Does this count? I mean, a lot of people loving it. Oh, that counted. This made... For some reason, these forest tiles didn't count, but these ones did. So, we get a artifact. At birth, a beast has a 40% of receiving the bloodline trait. I mean, this just makes the wild nature less likely to fight me. It's epic, so I kind of want to take it, but maybe I'll take Hermes Feather Boots. Anyone who believes in me can be 50% faster. Because I don't really think the beasts are such a big problem, though look at this, a bunch of Egyptians are arriving. So what do we need to do? We need to wait for them to come out of their boats. Oh, look at them all, look at them all, look at them all. And then we take this and get 19 of them. And then they all die of old age, baby. Look at this, we have a great little cluster. So intent for killing. And then we need to generate more people in this country. Wait for a little bit of our cooldown. all these people are already impressed. They have all these like smiles on them, so we're gonna do it down here. Ooh, baby. And that got us. Ooh, legendary. Divine power cost of all active skills are halved. Let's go. That is legendary. So this is all super cheap now and amazing. We can just basically do all of these. I mean, even the Daphne thing is only 15 and 8 now. That's insane. Do I have a person who looks really angry? I should try and find a fighter. Oh, they actually have a shrine, an altar in here? That's not good. Yeah, I need to find somebody who's really upset and give them the touch of my god, you know? This guy's a weakling, so not you. This is like an infant, so not you. Feeble, feeble. This one's at least normal, but that leaves a lot to be desired. But you guys, normal, feeble. 17 out of 18, that's not good. Well, look, maybe beggars can't be choosers? Maybe in 15 seconds I can use Daphne and get a lot of people converted, and then pick a champion out of there. You guys, some low. Okay, let's circling Apollo here.
The humans you created sing terribly
Daphne is
off
going to
key.
be extra strong.
I can teach them a morning song.
All these people. Actually, these were Olympians. No, they were all Egyptians. Okay, so a bunch of them died of old age. And are you ready for it? Are you ready, kids? So this, then the rains, then Daphne's song on a huge number of people. Then we cure them of depression. Then we piss them off. And I don't know, can we find somebody who's like good stats? This person's strong. And they have a ton of faith. There you go. Eli. Eli with a very weird spelling. So it gives us a lot of people. Does that also make this temple turn off? No, not quite. But still. Let's keep going.
Stop
here.
staring at the box. Get some sun.
Daphne's
It's
Echo
good
can be
for
even
the
bigger
mood.
range. Because I don't care about the direct damage spells. This people can focus on going towards the shrine. We should basically keep skills on cooldown because the power cost is so low. Is there fighting happening in here? Well, there is a dead follower here and here. A couple different places. Can't quite get both, but here. You are revived, Nikki. Oh, I could have done it up here. Look, there's a huge brawl. You can't save them. Do this. It doesn't hit them. It does apply the bleed stack, though. Which is interesting. But again, I want to keep growing the nations that are purely Olympian, because they're more likely to preach to one another. Samos. I need to kill beasts and Samos. To kill beasts, I always find the easiest way is to find, like, a bunch of rabbits or something. Oh, yeah. I did hit somebody here that was innocent, but there we go. That's another artifact. Number of mating attempts. Number of public buildings in this religion's country. That might be better, but look, we'll just do mating attempts. It's fine. They can grow. We could have created a new civilization down here as well, right? Maybe I'll just do a little drop and we'll see what comes of this tiny investment. I doubt there's enough time left in the game for that to
Father's
matter, but
obsessed with creating people,
but
but I want them to learn awe for me.
So 2 stacks of depression is fine because we are usually pairing it with a cleanse. Is there a spot with lots of Egyptians? There are. So let's make sure you guys are aging. At least 6. What is this? No, they're building a pyramid. And that can do a bunch of Egyptian mummy stuff. We don't love that. We should look though. I wonder how, this population are all pretty even. If we look here, these people have a decent wealth spread. Some poor, some rich, some common. Here it's almost all common. here, there's... Wow, this city's actually doing, like, the best somehow. Maybe the Egyptian gods were better. Stone house, clinic, advanced bakery. Let's get them the lumber mill. And again, I'm looking around. Maybe we'll do another Daphne's Echo here soon, especially with more Egyptians arriving. I don't think that they're going to another civilization. So we can do that. We can create people. We can Daphne's all the way down to there. We can give them the rain. And we can cure the depression. Whoa, baby. Within 2 days, generate 20 planes in Naxos. And I actually had a little rain that was ending there.
Stop staring at the box. Get some sun. It's good for the mood.
Keep the Echo going. Daphne's. And now that we have a moment, again, we're not doing much with our god here, but we can bring you back to life. We can look around. Again, 2 there, 1 down here. So bring 2 of our followers back to life with a bloodline blessing. And again, we're kind of starting strife because we're making so many people have this killing intent. They are fighting one another in ways. Some people are bleeding out, unfortunately. I don't have another resurrection. Well, I do in 5 seconds, but we'll see. Where's the borders of your country? They go all the way up here? Okay, let's try and turn this grass into nice land, and we'll see if this counts up. Also, there's like a lot of Egyptians that know how to walk. Something like this. Let's see if any of them die of old age immediately. Not quite. Okay. They work harder, same-sex. Why is this good? Same-sex marriage and procreation are allowed in this religion's country. I don't know why you would want that, because you want your people to grow. Like, don't get me wrong, maybe people like and pray to you more if you support their sexual preferences, but I don't know. I kind of want these civilizations to grow as much as possible. We could just Apollo's Light for fun somewhere. Do we have a lot of followers up and about? Because we're kind of maxed out on things. I mean, we could do some lightning over here. People are impressed by the lightning storm, of course. There's so many zombies. Oh my god. Oh my land. That is terrible. And again, I can't directly impact them. Make people bleed in Samos. Unbelievers. I kind of need to create people to make them bleed. And then if they believe in me, I cure you of your bleeding. There you go. That got us a new relic. Infidel mating will. This is kind of nice because when they mate, the Egyptians make 3 babies instead of 1. Now mummies, do mummies age and die because they only have 3 years to live?
Always talks of hearthfire, I said.
Something to consider.
When the masses gather, the eternal fire
Something
of souls
to consider, because maybe the aging is the counter. Did it work? Yeah, it did. I think it killed like a bunch of them there. So we'll have to keep doing that. But again, remember, this would have had half the cooldown if only we could have upgraded it twice instead of once. Instead, we don't have it. There are some people fighting up here. We should look real quick. No revivals available. People are dying, but they're not faithful to me, which is like the sin of all time. So we'll make it killing intent blossom in here. I don't think this works on the mummies. The Daphne stuff. 13, 21. I mean, there's hordes of these. And only every 30 seconds can I age them. I don't know that my societies are very well prepared for this many mummies, to be honest. How many believers are there? Oh my. Again, we'll try and bring people back to life. Come over here, give them some rain. And this seems like a great place to just get faith. I know we're not converting Egyptians in this area, but hey, I mean, this is a ton of faith. In fact, it looks like it's getting us into a penultimate one. And then here come the zombies, the mummies, so this is certainly a problem. Let's go ahead. There's 38 of them here. Well, minus one of my own people, but they should all be timing out now, right? Because they're all over. Yeah, so that killed like 30 mummies. Man, without the aging ability, we would be so dead.
The humans you created sing terribly off-key. I can teach them a morning song.
Okay, let's keep the rain going. Where are the people? Up in here? Coming. Healing. 13-3. First of all, is there any resurrections? No. 6 in here. So we'll resurrect 6 people. We'll give 10 people a killing in 10. And then, is there anyone in here that's strong? There is. I don't know. How big a deal has this person been for me? Where are they? Is it that one?
Huh.
Like, you don't look that giant. You're sleeping. You're in the house. Okay, well, we can't have that.
Huh.
We need somebody that's here now.
Huh. Huh.
Though they're praying to me like idiots. They should be fighting.
Huh.
Feeble. You have a lot of stats. They should maybe make you fight better. Again, 66 attack, 20 defense. Quite strong. Xanthi.Peter. Whatever you say, brother. Drop some people, drop some water. Now we have +9 on shrines. Wow. Is the Naxos Thebes has inactive altars, but they still do believe in me. It's pretty sick. Again, lots of zombies. Most of them are in here. We can do this. Even if it doesn't hurt the zombies, it heals my people. And again, there's 2 to resurrect. You can keep giving them stacks of the bloodline, right? Maybe this person's been resurrected twice? No, only once. Blah, blah, blah. But you can get 2 stacks of it. And we do people, we do divine rain, we give them some real rain. Okay, down here, there seems to be a decent number of mummies. Maybe not the most, but there's the least amount of defenders, so that will basically kill that whole stack. Person to resurrect here. Okay, we'll bring this one person back. And there's like a whole bunch of believers in there. In 12 seconds, Daphne Zeko will be ready. And basically we'll win, I think. Well, there's the apiary. So we didn't see again, the game didn't get to go long enough for all this stuff. Musket camps, cavalry camps, harbors, trade between nations. Like, you know, there's a lot that could happen. But having multiple nations that believe in me gave me a lot of extra quests. Samos wants to grow. Do that real quick. And then again, Daphne plus Apollo. That should just win the game. Like, there's so much faith that can come from that. Yeah. So yeah, this one was faster, right? This felt like we ripped through this scenario. 36 minutes. Yeah, I mean the video itself is only 10 minutes shorter. But like, there you go. That was my first attempt on that scenario. I feel like it would be impossible without the aging ability. That really made a huge difference. And again, now we've got more scenarios, more Egyptian ones. We have the Norse one over here. And again, they just play so differently. Right? Oh my. Heretical Town ×1. Desolate. I mean, we just played on a Desolate, and it showed like how different that is than like when we were fighting that uphill battle of having existing enemies. Supply slot available +1, so I can bring more things. And a Hades, a new deity. And what I got here? When choosing a skill, +1 options. Again, though, I'd have to take one fewer thing, and not having the ability to declare war, not having the ability to do the aging, all that stuff is painful. The mummies, even just to fight mummies, I feel like the aging was incredible. Faith, so these people don't have the ×3 multiplier plus aging problem that was in this one. So aging was a huge counter in this scenario. It won't be applicable. This was the gestation of Isis. Revenge of Horus, it's not applicable. Unless you're just using it to fight mummies, which who knows? Maybe that's where it is. Scarabs, all that stuff. Oh my god. What do the Norse do? When they drink, they get content. And they get the berserk buff. Of course they do. And they have a huge war. They muster for big war bands. That's cool. That's cool. It's cool. I'm excited. I hope you had a good time. I sure did. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.